Hello, I'm Steve. This is the Patio Heat channel where we create visual concepts of infrared heating as well as tips for outdoor comfort. Our one-on-one customer support helps you make the best decision for your application. We strive to earn your business. Visit our patioheat.com website for sales and more information. Now let's get heating. All right, so we have a listener here that was inquiring about the best possible model for an application like this. This is called a Lynx Pergola, I believe. And if I understand it correctly, it's basically a frame with a canopy top on top here and for shading. And I just have this made out of a 6x6 framing. I think it's steel framing, so it's all 6x6 steel framing around the edges here. Question was really, should I use a 3000 watt unit so I can use the INF, or should I use a 4000 watt unit without the INF? That's the main question here. This particular listener lives up in Northern California. I believe in Northern California I would want something more, a little bit warmer than a 3000 watt unit, but it really depends on the application height itself. So I have this at, let's just go ahead and look at the overall dimensions I put on here, 9 feet by 12 by 12. So at this elevation, 9-foot elevation, I would probably recommend a 4000 watt unit. I wouldn't go to a 3000 watt unit unless the unit itself will be at between the 7-foot bottom edge of the heater, 7 foot off the ground to 6.5 foot off the ground. That would be my recommendation for a 3000 watt unit. So if your pergola is going to be a little bit lower, that would be a 3000 watt unit. You could use that. Now, personally, if I was in Northern California, I would probably want a 4000 watt unit no matter what, because it just puts out more heat, and you're not going to use this, heater when it's kind of warm. If you really wanted to, you could just basically move away from the heater. So if you're the hot person of the four here that I have, the four seating that I have here, just move your chair out a little bit further and you're not going to be in the ray as much. So just speaking of that, here's your ray, and you can see here everyone else is covered fairly well. But you could just all of a sudden move your chair out and you're no longer in the ideal amount of ray. The ray does bend and stretch. It does physically penetrate, the chair, but you're not going to be in the hottest portion of it or the warmest portion of it. It's not really that hot, I wouldn't think. At even at 8 foot off the ground, I'd probably want something more in the, personally 34,000 BTUs or 25,000 BTUs. This is more in the nature of, I think like 12,000 BTUs, something of that nature. In any case, some other things that you want to be aware of. So this is going to be some kind of fabric. I'd imagine that there is some sort of draping. So I just put a little bit of a, 3/4 inch drape here and a 3/4 inch drape there. Stretched this around the, from one edge to the other. And I took a cable, a steel cable, and I attached it to the lower mounting bracket that comes with the unit. You're gonna have to put some kind of fix on that steel cable so that it doesn't slide back and forth. Same over here. There is a junction box located on this side of the heater, so you're gonna run your cable, the power cable from this point where it attaches down here and attach it inside of here. A couple other things to think about is the clearances above the heater. So there is a 6-inch clearance around the top of the heater here. So that's why I have this at the elevation it's at, and not knowing what this drape truly is. So, but you want to make sure that you have 6 inches of clearance from here to the top of the unit itself. So bear that in mind. And then of course the clearance below the heater should not be an issue. And let's see if there's anything else I wanted to mention. So again, just the idea of putting a 3000 watt unit. I am not happy with the 3000 watt unit if unless there was just something like I said 6.5 feet off the ground, then you could do that. But if it's something that you want to build a little bit taller, I would definitely go with a 4000 watt unit. And I don't see why you would ever really want to control that too much at this elevation. So all right, well, I hope this has helped. If you're looking for some assistance with your outdoor heating application, I want to say one more thing. Let's just say that you are not happy with the 4000 watt unit. You can always downgrade to a 3000 watt element inside here. So that gives you a little bit of flexibility, and then go to an INF control if that's really what you think might work better for you. And if you take my advice here and it doesn't work for you, that's something that you could change down the road. So okay, again, please tap that like button if you find this video useful. We don't advertise, we don't monetize our channel, and the only way we can get you to find our channel is by your thumbs up. We thank you very much for doing that. Have an excellent day.